Today I'm going to be reviewing a game called Mission Command Air. This game came out from 2003 and it is for 2 to 4 players. This game used to be called Screaming Eagles, and what they did was they just changed up some of the rules and added a couple of little elements to it. This game is actually part of a series of games that Milton Bradley made. The object of this game is you are trying to shoot down all of your opponent's planes, and each of your opponents is going to be having 2 of them. You're going to be using missile fire, you're going to be using cannon fire, you're going to be flying all around and playing cards, and in some cases even taking control of your opponent's planes. So let's go ahead and show you how this game works. Okay everybody, let's go ahead and show you the components really quick. Right here you have your game board, and this is basically a board that is of land that is seen from way above. Right here you have your different planes. This is 4 players, and each player is going to get 2 planes. One of them is what is called the F-35, and that is the smaller plane. The other one is called the F-22, and this is the larger plane. Right here you have your dice, so you're going to be using these dice to move your plane around, to see how far your cannon and missile fire is going to go, and also to see if you end up hitting a plane where the damage is going to be going on one of these cards, which here is the card. Now you'll note that the smaller plane here has a special ability. You may add 1 to the movement, which basically means whatever you roll on the die, if you decide to, you can add 1 to your die roll. The planes both come with cannon fire over here, and this plane comes with 5 missiles, and this one comes with 6 missiles, and I'll show you how all that works here in just a minute. Okay, right here you have your navigation cards, and there's several different ones of these, and there's a couple of special cards, one that's called the Disruptor card and another one that is called a Wingman card, and I'll show you how those work as well. Right here you've got your missiles, and then, like I said, each plane is equipped with a certain amount of these. And right here are your hit tokens. Anytime your plane gets hit in one of these areas, you're going to go ahead and place one of the hit tokens on that area, like so. Now basically the way the game works is everybody's going to be receiving 7 cards in their hand, and these cards tell you a bunch of different things. What each person is going to do is they're going to select one of these cards and put them on each of their planes, and then everybody's going to go ahead and turn the card over. What this number represents is it's going to help you determine what order you are going to be going. So for example, if I was to play a card that had the number 1 over here, and this person played a card that said number 3, number 1 would go first, and then number 3 would go second, and then it would go to the next subsequent number after that. Now right over here it's going to tell you how many dice you're going to be able to roll. This card says you'll roll 4 dice, this card says you can roll 2 dice, and obviously the more dice you roll, the further along you're going to go. This section right over here tells you which direction your plane is going to go. As you can see, the board is a grid essentially, so this is going to help you direct your plane. So if you were to play this card, this is the direction you would go. Now another thing about movement is that you can loop around the board. So if you were actually going straight and say you rolled, say, a 4, you would go 1, 2, and then go all the way back there and go 3, 4, and end up there. Same goes if you were going sideways. If you were going this way, you go 1, 2, 3, and then end up in that corner over there for 4. Let me just give you an example here how this works. Let's just say I place a card here, and I place a card here, and then my opponent plays a card here. So then we're going to go ahead and turn all the cards over at the same time, and this is going to tell us who's going to go. So right now, this guy who is yellow is going to go ahead and go first. He got a number 9, and then he is going to go ahead and roll 4 dice and go straight. So this is going to be the yellow guy. So I'll go ahead and roll these 4 dice, and I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to go ahead and move 7. I'm going to move my big plane 7. So I would just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like so. Now the next guy would be able to go, and is going to be this guy, number 26. He's going to roll 4 dice, and he is going to bank to the left. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll roll the 4 dice, and we got 2, 4, 7, 8. So now, since this is the black plane, by the way, so I'm going to go ahead and go 8 with the small plane. So in this case, I would go 1, and then go over here for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next guy is going to go ahead and go, and this is going to be the big plane on the black side, which is number 40. So he's going to roll 2 dice, and this is going to allow him to go straight. He'll roll 6, so he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. And finally, this small plane is going to go ahead and move. He's going to go ahead and bank to the left, and he's going to roll 4 dice. We'll pick up the 4 dice and we'll move for him as well. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he will go bank left, and he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, when it comes to actually shooting the plane, you're going to have a couple of choices. You'll be able to use cannon fire if you're within range of a plane. So let's say my plane was over here. Let's say I was over here. As long as he is directly in front of me or directly diagonal to me, like so, in a straight line, I will be able to go ahead and try to shoot him. Now, I can do this before I move or after I move. Now, if I decided to do cannon fire, I would be able to roll 2 of these dice. And all I got to do is basically roll a number that is equal to or greater than that where the plane is. So let's say I went ahead and tried to shoot him and I rolled a 2. I would not end up hitting him. But let's just say I rolled a 4. That would constitute a hit. So now the plane that got hit is going to have to roll all 4 of these black dice like so. And he's going to add up the numbers. It says 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So on this sheet over here, you're going to see that there are different numbers here with different sections of the plane. Since he rolled a 10, he's going to go ahead and put one of these damage markers over here like so. Now, if both of the colors in the different sections are hit, or all of them in this case, then the plane is going to get shot down. So if this plane ended up taking another hit over here, that would shoot him down since that was the green section. If he were to get shot here in the tail with the 5 and the 6 like so, again he would get shot down. Now missile fire works a little bit differently. Let's say I was over here. With a missile you can actually direct it however you would like, so long as you're not going backwards. So you could have the missile go like this or like this, just whatever would work to try to get closest to the plane. Now if you're shooting a missile, you're going to roll 3 of these dice. And let's just say I went ahead and rolled 10, so I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would hit him with the missile, and I would go ahead and take one of my missile tokens off of the plane that shot him. In this case, it would be the small plane, and discard it. So again, he would go ahead and roll the dice to see where he took the damage. In this case, he rolled a 12, and the 12 is over here, and this is actually a direct hit right here in the main engine, so this will automatically shoot him down since he hit them in that area. Now there are 2 specialty cards in this game that you can use, and one of them is called the Wingman. This will give you a choice. You can either follow the instructions here, or you can fly to any space adjacent to your other plane. So let's say we're going to go ahead and play the Wingman card, and I happen to be this guy. I could just simply move him right over here, like so. The other card is called the Disruption card. You will actually have to do both movements here. In this case, you'll do this, you'll roll the die, you'll move straight, and then it says you will bank right 2 black dice with any opponent's plane. So basically what that means is if I was yellow, I could go ahead and bank the black plane over there. I would go ahead and roll the die, and then I would go, I would move him 1, 2, 3. And so basically what's going to happen is you're going to keep on playing the cards. You're going to draw back up to 7, and then each player is going to place 1 card in each of the planes. They'll follow the planes in order of play. And then whoever ends up shooting down all of their opponent's planes is going to win the game. So my thoughts on Mission Command Air. Well, if you're a fan of dogfighting, I think this is a game that you're going to enjoy. This game is rather unpredictable. It's kind of hard to plan a strategy because, number one, you're limited by what cards you have. And number 2, you're not quite sure when you're going to be playing because you might be playing second, you might be playing fourth, first. It's kind of hard to tell. Now, there are some cards, obviously, that are much lower numbers, so you can plan accordingly with those, but the ones that are in the middle, it's a little bit harder. There's a lot of cards in that area, and your opponent might have something higher or lower. So it's something that you have to factor in. And the looping aspect of this game really makes this game unpredictable. You can actually end up behind a plane that you were right in front of the previous turn. So I think this is a very fun game. It is kind of hard to do strategy, but it is possible at certain points to do strategy. I would imagine a good strategic move would be to stay near the bottom of the board because that way your opponent won't be able to shoot you. But the problem is that you probably won't be able to shoot him if he's further up. So there's a lot of maneuvering that's going around, and there's some times when you're going to get lucky. There's other times when you're going to try to do a strategy to where you're not going to get shot, where you're going to get a better shot. So this game goes all over the place. The times I've played this game, I've enjoyed it, and I think if you're a fan of dogfighting games, this might be a game you might want to check out. So guys, this is my review of Mission Command Air. We will see you next time. Take care. Keep on gaming.